Hi there and thanks for watching this new video. My name is Jetske and I'm living in the Netherlands and I have a boyfriend from Uganda, currently living in Uganda. And in today's video I want to do something else than a vlog. I've got inspired by Uyen. I hope I pronounce her name very well. She's a Vietnamese woman living in Germany and she made a video about the difference between Vietnamese women and German women. And I thought actually there is also a difference between Dutch women and Ugandan women. Before we start, I want to say no one is better than the other one. It is just that I pronounce the difference and I want to say this with love and not like, oh, we do it this or they do it that and that's better or that's better. No, it is not like that. I just want to say the difference. And the second disclaimer I want to give is I lived in Uganda for I think a year in total, spread it over some years. So it is not only my experience, but it's also the conversations that I had with Ugandan women and with my boyfriend. And that's where I think I get the difference between the Ugandan women and the Dutch women. And of course, it's different for me to be as a white woman in Uganda than be as a Ugandan from birth. So I'm gonna try to say the difference between a Ugandan from birth as a Dutch from birth. Well, I'm born in 1991 in Amsterdam in the hospital. And growing up, I didn't see that much difference between boys and girls. I just went to school. Actually, I was kind of the girl who was always one of the boys. Even though I was not really good in sports because of my heart. But I was always hanging out with the guys and I just had fun with the guys. And to be honest, still nowadays, I rather hang out with guys than with girls. And that's maybe also, but that's a little bit a judgment. That's women have the, I don't know what it is, but most women like gossiping, like some women are really mean to each other. Or they are nice in your face and mean behind your back. And of course it's all insecurity and I have a lot of lovely female friends who are amazing. But still, like when I'm on a birthday, I'm always with the guys in the kitchen drinking and mind my own business than sitting on the couch with the girls. I grew up in a village and it's not kind of a village like you know in Uganda, because Ugandan villages are way more with nature and people have their own garden and that kind of stuff. This village is more like with buildings and not much with big gardens and that kind of stuff. And growing up in the village was also fine with me. I didn't like it that much, so I actually wanted to move to the big city. Fun fact, I'm now living in a village as well, so the big city didn't work for me. I think the biggest difference between the fashion in the Netherlands and the fashion in Uganda, it is more when the parties start. I mean, the daily work or the daily life, we kind of dress the same. Of course, you have that stereotype where African women wear African clothes with African prints. But to be honest, when I was in Kampala or when I lived in Kampala, yes, I saw those women, but most of the women that I saw just wear jeans, trousers, whatever dresses that you see in the Netherlands as well. So it's not only the stereotype things they wear whatever. But I think the difference comes when it is a Sunday or it is a party, a special engagement. For example, when I had an introduction from the cousin of my boyfriend, every woman was wearing the traditional dress. And I was the only one that didn't have a traditional dress, so I just was wearing a dress. And yes, in the Netherlands, women wear dresses as well when there is a special occasion, like for Christmas or a wedding or whatever. But we don't have really that traditional dress that everyone has. We just wear a random dress, and it's even common that people wear pants, like that women wear a pants or a suit or whatever. And I saw the same on Sunday in Uganda. When you go like on Sunday on the street, sometimes I want to run and then I was like in my morning hat and in my morning running clothes, and I saw a lot of people wearing their best clothes to go to the church. And I used to go to the church as well in the Netherlands, but in the Netherlands you see it it in the older generation, like for example my grandma always also looked at their Sunday best. But with the younger generation, people just go in jeans to the church and etc. So I think that's also a difference. So fashion is kind of the same in both countries, but when it comes to special occasions, you will see the difference. I have the feeling at first that, well, maybe it's start to change now, but in Uganda it's more acceptable to have a belly as a woman. And in the Netherlands everyone wants to be as skinny as F. But I have the feeling that there is some change. Nowadays in the Netherlands, of course, you have more body positivity, that everyone is the same, that it's like okay to be fat. And in Uganda you see the other way around. You see skinny girls who really wants to have the gym body and be also influenced by the social media. I think we are now in the more same way as it comes to body positivity. But in Uganda it is more common to eat. When I have like a big portion on my plate in the Netherlands, women always complain, or at least ask questions. Oh, can you eat that? Oh, are you sure you finish it? Where do you leave it? Why are you still skinny? Are you sure you can eat it all? Etc, etc, etc. While in Uganda, when I don't finish my plate, people are worrying. They were like, how can you not finish the plate? Are you okay? You should eat more veggies, eat more everything. It is more okay as a woman to eat in Uganda, and that's something I really love because I love food. So yeah, people don't complain or don't judge when you eat much as a woman in Uganda. But when you eat a lot in the Netherlands, if you are skinny, they are like, oh, where do you leave it? How can you stay so skinny? And when you are fat, it's like, oh, that's why you are fat. They are more judgy about the posture. And what I notice in Uganda, they will tell you when you are fat, but they see it as a compliment. I never forget, I came on my project and a woman said to me, Jetske, you grow fat, that's amazing. And I was like, I will lose weight if I'm going home. But now I just leave it and I'm fine. Other thing that a lot of Ugandans spend time on is their nails and their hair. They can be a day in the hair salon just having their hair done. And I don't know if it's some like me time and they really like it. That's actually, or that they have the feeling that they must do it. I don't know that. But they can spend time in the hair salon. And for me, yeah, you see like, for example, people who dye their hair. I don't do that. But Dutch women doesn't spend that much time on their hair. They just do something. And nowadays, for example, now because of TikTok and social media and stuff, people start doing more. But still, if I look at my friends, we don't spend a full day doing our hair. And also my nails, I let my nails done. I just like to do it, but it is not common to do it. A lot of my friends don't do their nails, like pay someone who does their nails. No. Nobody does. And in Uganda, I see that way more often that they do that. Something else that Ugandans do, and that's, I made once a TikTok and people didn't like that much because I made a wrong joke. It is bleaching. And that's something I know where it comes from. And I think I know that also, for example, Asian women do that. And it's so dangerous. And I wish for every woman that we accept our own skin color. At the same time, there are Dutch women who take I don't know what the English word is, but we go to a machine that has the same things as the sun and we pay for it to get brown or tanned or whatever. And that's also really dangerous for your skin. If you do that way too much, you can have cancer, for example. Yeah, that's something that sometimes Dutch women do. In my area, they don't do it. But I know also from myself, when I go to the sun, you will get compliments if people see that you get some tan and that they say, you are looking so nice and healthy, especially now in winter time when the sun is gone. We look wider and wider and wider, and I don't like that. That's also one of the reasons I go with Christmas to Uganda, because I want to get some color. And I have the feeling that it happens also the other way around. So it is hard to see that people pay too much money to damage actually their skin. And I know that maybe the reason why Ugandan women do that is maybe a more painful and colonized reason, but I hope one day that people will stop doing that, and also the other way around. We shouldn't pay money to damage our skin, but embrace our skin color, no matter what skin color you have, because we are all beautiful. I have a lot of complaints of men that they want muzungu because Ugandan women eat their money. And to be honest, it pisses me off. Because I see so many Ugandan women who start their own business, who take care of their own money. I can name already 5 people that I know that have their own business. So, shut your mouth with they want to eat my money. No, they want someone who take care of them. That's what they want. And I think everyone wants that. And somehow man wants that as well. They want the women that take care of them. But nowadays, people's expectation is sometimes really weird. Men expect that women work also in their own store, or they work somewhere else for a boss. Do the laundry, do the household, feed the baby, whatever. And then when the women expect from a man that does the household as well, because they both work, they're like, no, that's not why I have a woman. Well, but when the women doesn't work and do the household and do all the things, people complain, or men complain, yeah, the woman wants to eat my money. Well, you want a clean house. Okay, this is really pissing me off, because like I said, I see a lot of women doing it all. And I think Ugandan women are so strong. What I see them doing, sometimes I see them working even with a baby on their back and doing the laundry, but also selling whatever. And yes, maybe I get comments like they have no other option, but they do it. You know, they don't give up. They do it. They are strong. They do everything. And yes, in the Netherlands, women have more machines to do the household and that kind of stuff. And it is different because women nowadays needs to work, because otherwise you can't even have a house. But I think, like, according to independence, we are both equal independence, only in a different way. Maybe Dutch people are more work focused, like earning my own money. For example, I do that as well. I earn my own money, I fix my own household, I fix my own shit. And actually I see Ugandan women do the same. And I have so much respect for that women. And yeah, of course there will be always women who wants to eat your money and wants to hang on the couch and say, hey, pay me everything. But I think that's not a cultural thing, that's everywhere. Also, I get once a comment from a woman that was in shock that a white man had ghosted her. Welcome to the world of men. They will ghost you no matter what skin color or culture they are. They will ghost you. It happens. We are both independent, but just on another level. Babies! Yes, I noticed already so much difference between Dutch and Ugandan about giving birth. And sometimes it's so funny, because then you have like a miscommunication with someone and then you realize, oh, this is culture. For example, once a friend of mine was pregnant and I asked her, being really naive, I said, hey, are you going to give birth in the hospital or at home? And she's shocked. She was like, in the hospital, of course, I'm not poor. And I was shocked as well. I was like, huh? But in the Netherlands, we have the option. You can give birth at home, you can give birth in the hospital. And when you give birth at home, there will be coming a doctor, or the midwife will come to your home and help you. Yes, you have to pay extra money when you want to give birth in the hospital, just like Uganda. Also, if you have really fantastic healthcare insurance, they don't care. If you are healthy enough to give birth at home, where a midwife can help you, you should give birth at home. Otherwise you have to pay 300 euro. Well, I am kind of lucky that I am already a medical situation because of my heart. So I have to give birth in the hospital and then it's free. So for example, when you go to the hospital and you have to get like a cut and they have to do some surgery, or even if it's really, really small, then you are already a medical situation and it is free. I heard stories that in Uganda, when you gave birth, they push out all the water and blood out of you with hot towels. I don't know if it's true. I think it is, because a lot of women said that it's true. Damn, that would be my worst nightmare. Although I understand why they do it, and maybe it is a fantastic thing to do, and I believe that it helps that you are not bleeding for 3 weeks. But maybe I'd rather bleed for 3 weeks than have that, because they don't do that in the Netherlands. They just let it be. In the Netherlands, it's really common that we have like a nursery where you can bring your kids already when they are just like 10 weeks old. You can bring your nursery. I have the feeling in Uganda there is not such a thing as a nursery, but you either take care of your baby yourself or you have a maid, and then you have a maid who cleans your house and takes care of the babies when you, for example, have to work. And that's something that's really not common in the Netherlands, only when you are really rich. For example, I am a maid myself, not really, because I'm not living in that house and I'm not cleaning, but I take care of the kids and the people are working, but it's like for the very rich families. So in the Netherlands, most of the people bring them to nursery, and you can have some money from the government to pay the nursery as well. But yeah, sometimes you have to take care of your own kids as well. Well, I think that's it for this video, because it starts to get darker and darker. I think the rain is coming soon. And I need some lunch as well. I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment if you think I forgot some difference between the women. And thank you very much for supporting. Don't forget to subscribe. I really would like to hit the 1000 for the end of the year. So if you can subscribe, I love you even more. So, Webelenyo, and I see you at the next. Bye bye!